should we have? Do some emojis if y'all ready.
Why when you said that, my ring light almost fell too. Okay.
On.
We also gonna be dropping ring lights out here.
Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay, let me turn my phone up. Okay. How many people do we have in live? 4 people?
Hi guys.
Okay. We see y'all.
Thank you for coming at 6 o'clock. This is the first time I've been to anything on time.
This is our first live video, y'all, and we're really excited about it. Okay, I see the fire emojis.
Yes.
All right. Okay, we got the thumbs up. I see y'all.
Okay. Aw.
Okay.
My mom took the heart.
Aw, it's so sweet. Where's my mom? She's going to be on here.
Right?
What's going on?
She was bugging you all day.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, my cousin. Carrie.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
All right, it's 6 o'clock. Let's jump right into it. Anybody else that's going to join the live will join. If not, we're going to keep this up on our pages so you guys can go back and watch it whenever you want to. Right?
Yes.
All right, you ready, Momo?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
This is our first live, too. So, well, it's not our first, but it's our first official, I guess.
I just wanted to shout out Isane real quick. Okay, Isane, she was on our first live, which we basically created this show or whatever we're doing, this podcast, whatever. And she wanted us to talk about Motivational Monday. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be talking about things to motivate you. So if you ever wanted to do something that you thought you couldn't, we're going to touch a lot on that now.
Exactly. Right. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. So I have an opening statement that I found and I thought it was so dope. Okay, so it says the dream is free and the hustle is sold separately. So I really just like this quote because the dream is free. Anybody can have a dream, but are you gonna put work towards it?
And that's the thing. A lot of people miss out on their dreams because they don't back it up with the work, or they give up because it gets too hard. But,
and you know what, Momo? I was a lot of people.
I was too. I was too. I literally just turned myself around, just literally within a couple months. So it can happen. It can happen to us all, especially when you get in relationships or you go through hardship or you go through stuff with your family. Like, it can happen so easily. Like, it's so easy to just be like, oh, this is life. Like, you know, and just start rolling with, but you got to get up and be like, no, this can't just be life. Like, there's more to it.
Say it again.
And then you gotta make your life what you want it to be because the choice is yours. We all have the same 24 hours and the same opportunities. Yeah, some people might get, we are not all Trumps that have $2 million given to us. But at the same time, it's like you could work for it. As long as you have arms and legs that work, like there should be no reason why you can't get it.
You can do it. Like you just gotta put the work in. So hustle is sold hustle is sold separately. What that means to me is that the work you put in is the money you're putting in towards your dream. Like that's how you pay for your dream, the work that you put in. So if you're not putting the work in, it's not gonna happen.
No.
Unless you're just
could be so talented too and have all the potential. It's not gonna happen.
That whole part, Momo, you could be so talented. And if you're not putting the work in, it's like, what are you doing?
Somebody told me that guy, shout out to him, DYM, the Prince that does my shirts, but I ain't gonna lie, one time he told me, he said that you can have the best products out there, but if it's not put into the right hands or if it's not put into the audience or you're not, promoting it right, it's not gonna sell. You could be sitting on $1 million like idea, and if you're not putting the work in to put it out there, because it's a hustle. I recently just started doing it. It's a hustle.
Absolutely.
But you have to get it out there and it gets into the right hands and then it just blows up. So it's like, you got to keep that in mind where it's like, if there's no work behind what you're doing, like I said, you could be the best in the world. It's like basketball. Yeah. You could be talented. You could be better than Michael Jordan. But if you're not out there hustling every day, like what did Kobe say? If you don't wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and if you don't be around people who want the same dream as you are motivating you, you're not going to get there.
Exactly.
And that's another topic we got to get on. We can talk about that later.
You gotta hang around like-minded people. If you gotta hang around people that got the same hustle as you, because if not, it's just like you're gonna fall into the cycle that they're into, and you're not gonna elevate yourself.
Exactly.
You can't take everybody with you. You can't.
You can't. Even when you be trying to force them to come, you be like, "Oh, come on," but they can. No, the universe will be like, "No, They got to stay where they at. Let go.
So the first thing I want to talk about is, this is the first topic. I wanted to talk about finding your passion. So finding your passion is like step number one, because you can't really you can, but I don't think you'll be very successful if you're starting something that you don't really care about, something you're not passionate about. You're not going to want to stick to it, especially when times get rough. You're not going to want to push harder to stick to it if you're not passionate about it.
Exactly. That's just like, think about it as a job. If you have a job that you don't like, or there's nothing in there that it's like, okay, keeps you going to work, a lot of time, 9 times 10, you're going to be calling out more. You're going to do a half-ass job.
Yeah.
But if you have a job that's like, I actually like doing this, or there's something like, even an aspect of it, like, oh, you know, maybe I used to like writing back in the day. So it's like the fact that I'm doing, you know, maybe being a teacher, or maybe even like doing like a journalist or something. It's like there's some aspect that I used to like that makes people be more passionate about it. And
Exactly.
sometimes it could be hard because, I mean, you could have a bunch of ideas. Like me growing up, I'll share the story. I used to love Barbie. So it's like Barbie was everything. You know, she was a not, you know, because of other reasons, but I used to think of Barbie literally was everything. She was a businesswoman. I never knew what business she had, but she was a businesswoman. She was a firefighter. She was this and that. So
She was everything.
right? A teacher asked me one time, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I started naming stuff. And they were like, oh, you have to pick one. And I said, why? Barbie didn't pick one. And that's why, like, I'm doing what I, like I said, I want.
What's going on? Are we
Hold
having
on real quick. My auntie, okay, my auntie's trying to call Yamo or Jim or somebody. Can y'all please Kiani, get your auntie. I don't know why she's trying to call. She has to just join the live. But sorry.
Monique?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Can you see me changing my filter?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, sorry about that, y'all.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna take a breath.
But no, I do like that you said that, and that's why I love your brand Plus More so much, because like Barbie, I could be everything plus more. Like, you can't put me in a box and you can't tell me what I can and cannot be.
Exactly. And that's exactly why I started it, because basically people will put me in a box when it comes to, they put everybody in a box. But they'll put me in a box when it comes to that. Like, I heard somebody say, oh, you couldn't be a lawyer. You don't look like you're smart, you know, just because I'm pretty. And I like to wear fake eyelashes and stuff,
Right.
where it's like they'll think that we're dumb, or we'll think, oh, you know, we're just all looks, but we're more than that. So that's why I started Plus More. And Plus More can even touch, it could go to even like, I'm more than just being gay. I'm more than just being a felon. I'm more than just being, you know, anything that they try to box you in is basically saying I'm more than that. Some of
Exactly.
the stuff might even be true, but I'm still more than what you're putting me
I
in to
love
be.
it. I,
Yes.
I, so finding your passion, it could be multiple passions. Like, that's up to you, but make sure you're passionate about it before you start it. That's
Right.
all. That's my tip. You know, what you got to say, Momo? Find your passion. How did you find your passion?
Um, Honestly, it really took, and sometimes it takes this. I like to go by the water a lot, so it's like you just need a peace of mind and just be like, what do I really? How do you see your life? What do you want out of life? Not what your mom wants, or what your sister wants, or what your, you know, where you're supposed to be. What do you want out of life?
Okay.
And picture your life on what you want. Now, how are you gonna get it? And that's kind of really where I went, where it's just like I said, I decided, okay, I want to be a business owner and I want to be a lawyer. So how am I going to do it? And that's when I enrolled back in school, and that's when I started my business. I didn't have products to sell when I first started my business. I didn't even have no idea. I just said, hey, I'm gonna start it, figured it out, and just started putting stuff out there. And that's just where I found out I was like, okay, I could, you know, I know some people that started and they didn't have a passion for it, they ended their business. Me, I was like, I like this. And I got excitement, I got peace. When I was going through really bad times, there was peace in making the product. Like when I'm making lotion, I'm at peace. Like, or even when I was getting my shirts made, I was so proud to know that I put a logo, I made this up, like sat there, and then someone, you know, made it for me, which I actually started making it myself now, but someone made it for me. And it was just a moment that I can't explain, because like I did that, you know. So that's really what you have to do. Try things, that's what I should say.
Trial and error.
Try,
Trial and error.
exactly, try things that you think will make you happy. It is not always going to be that. It's not. Sometimes you, like I said, you might think, oh, I want to start a business. I want to sell shirts. And it's like, I don't want to do this. And that's okay. Go do something else. And be like, okay, well, let me try this. Let me, even something as little, I want to be a swimmer. Go start swimming. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you never know. Go, like, kids, go do Olympics, or not Olympics, they start doing gymnastics and be like, oh, you know, I kind of like this. It's kind of fun. And then they end up getting gold medals and being millionaires. It's like,
Exactly.
just find something that makes you happy. And if
Moral
you make,
is you can't fail if you don't try.
exactly, you got to try. Even
Yeah.
if you fail at it, just try. Just
Yeah.
try and keep going.
Finding my passion is like, I hate being like by myself. I don't like to like be home alone. I don't like to go places alone. I don't think I've ever been to like dinner alone or like to the movies alone or anything like that. So like when I'm by myself, the things that I like to do is my passion. So when I'm by myself, I find myself like, I don't just watch TV. I find myself like, oh, let me go write a song, or let me go record a YouTube video. And that's how I know I'm passionate about it, because those are things that I can do and I love to do when I'm by myself. Because I hate being by myself. I really do.
Yeah.
So whenever I do those things, like, I'm so happy. Like, it's just like, I don't know. And it's just, it comes so natural for me. Like when I'm doing videos, people be like, are you nervous to like talk on the camera? It's like, no, like I'm by myself and I'm talking about what I want to talk about. So why would I be nervous, you know?
That's
And
true.
when I'm writing music, it just comes so effortlessly, and that's how I know it's my passion. So if you guys have something that's your passion, it's going to be so much easier for you to go hard in that subject, because it's what you want to do, and it's what you want to do
Exactly.
for long term. Like, you're not going to get tired of it and be like, oh, I want to switch to something else tomorrow. It's like, no, you're going to follow your passion and you're going to succeed at it as long as you put in the work.
And I will say this, Kiana actually helped me get more, like, because I love taking pictures and videos and stuff, but like, I don't know, I used to not want to talk in front of the camera for some reason. And Kiana was like, why are you scared to talk in front of the camera? It's just you. And
It's just,
now it's like, I'm getting more and more comfortable doing it, where it's like, I like it. Like, that's what I'm saying. I want to thank you for that, because you did
and
inspire me.
I can say that now because I've been doing it for a long time. But when I first made my first YouTube video, when I'm telling you, I was shaking. My hands were shaking. I was so nervous. I was stumbling over my words, because it's just like, I don't know. I was like, oh my God, people are going to see this. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like, it's just you in the room. Like, you're literally yourself. You could be yourself. And the things that you're talking about, people that want to see it, they're going to listen. So if they want to be here, they will be here. You don't have to be nervous or scared about anything. So like,
Exactly.
glad that you're starting to branch out, because when you be talking on your Instagram stories, like, I be wanting to know what you talking about, because I don't know what you talking. I'm like, what you talking about? Like, let me stay till the end, because I want to know.
I know you encourage me to keep doing that too. Sometimes, like, people probably even listening to this, but I just be doing it to like vent sometimes, or just like, let me tell you the story, like something funny happened. But it's like, you see, it, you never know who's actually listening. They actually are, you know. And
Oh,
sometimes it starts with a couple, and they could turn
God,
into millions.
people be watching.
They do. They
Okay,
do.
like,
They
they
definitely
know
watch.
what's going on.
There's a
Period.
lot of people that's interested that you don't even know.
Exactly. So yeah, keep talking to us, because we want to know. We nosy.
Yes.
We're nosy.
Yes. I got you. I got all the tea on this. Okay.
So the next thing is starting now. So I'm glad that you kind of already touched on it, because you already kind of said, when you find your passion, it's okay to start now. You don't have to have the perfect logo. You don't have to have the perfect
No.
website. You don't have to have the perfect anything. Just start now, because you never know who's watching and who wants to support you.
That's true, and I will add on to that, because when I set myself a deadline, which I shouldn't have did, but I set myself a deadline and said I was going through like stuff, and then I was just like, oh, but I have to meet this deadline, and I literally overnight threw out my website, because that's what I said I was going to do, and now I'm gonna relaunch it again, but it's just like, my point is that I wasn't ready, but I just put it out there anyways. It did the best I could do. Like, I remember on the first day there was technical difficulties with it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, but it ended up fixing itself, and it's like, I still, I made sales, and I put it out there, and that's what I'm saying. Even if you don't have all the tools at the moment, still just do it. Just put yourself up out there.
Out there,
That's all it takes.
never know.
You never know.
With me, like, I started my YouTube channel, and before I even had any videos out, I literally just made my channel and asked everybody to go subscribe. And I had 1,000 subscribers, which is the minimum that you need to be monetized. And I had that within a couple of months before, and you need a year to do it. I had it in a couple of months. So I say that to say, Even if you have nothing, absolutely nothing, just put it out there. Let people know what you're doing. Get people involved and get them familiar with what you're doing. Okay?
Right.
They see you, they need to know what you're doing, what you're selling, what you're about, all that type of stuff, because it sticks in their mind. Like, for example, whenever you see a M and it's red and it's yellow, what does that mean? McDonald's. You're so familiar with that, you don't even have to see the word McDonald's because you know exactly what it is. So if you're going to get people familiar with your brand or your company or you need to just put it out there. As soon as you have it, it doesn't have to be perfect, because everything is a work in progress.
Right.
You're always going to get better. You know, everything's going to get better as time goes by, but make sure you just start now. What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Right now, what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? And okay, next is set goals.
Set goals.
That's like I said, that's you gotta. Okay, I'll say set goals because yeah, of course you're supposed to set goals and that helps. But it's okay if like your goals, like say you set a goal, like for me, like I said, I said I'm gonna launch my, and I wasn't ready. It's okay to push back that goal also and be like, okay, well let me give myself a little more time just so I could do it. You know, even if you do, like I said, trial and error, then it's still okay. But it's like it's okay to like, okay, as long as you're doing it. When I think of setting goals, it's like for instance, I did a vision board, and it's like, of course, everything on a vision board I want to do, but I know some stuff takes more time. And it's like, okay, I want to do all this year. Now, let's say there's a couple things on there that I'm still struggling to do, and it's December 31st, 2022, and I'm like, oh no, let me, for nothing should be forced. Where it's just like it's okay if that rolls over to the next year. Let me work on it again. But it is important to set goals though, because if you just go in there and be like, oh, I want to start a business, and just be like, okay, well, what do you want to go out of it? And you're just sitting there and there's crickets. You're not really going to do anything because you don't even know where to start or what to do or anything. And I know that because I made up this business about 3 years ago, but I didn't have a direct path or anything but once I did, and like I said, I built my business within a couple months. So it's like, it is important to set a goal, just like a goal weight, where it's like, okay, so I'm gonna work towards this. Now, let's say you want to lose 30 pounds, and you can't be like, oh, I want to lose 30 pounds in a week. Like that's not, gonna happen. But a slow, like, okay, say I lost 2 or 3 pounds.
Not just playing. Keep going.
But like, say that I lost like 2 or 3 pounds or something, that's going to your goal. And it's like, okay, say a whole year goes by and you didn't lose a full, but you lost 26. You're still winning because you started. And that's the thing where it's like you still set a goal and set like, what did somebody said, small wins too. Small wins matter.
Small wins matter. And just to touch on that too, I think the biggest thing that with people and goals is they're not patient.
It takes a lot of patience, yeah.
With whatever you're doing, because it's an up and down battle. You never know how it's gonna go. So
exactly.
When you set a goal, some goals are gonna take longer than others. And I also but I made my vision board, I think maybe like 2 years ago, somewhere around when COVID first started. And there's stuff on my vision board from 2 years ago that I'm just now completing now. And it's not because I didn't put the work in or anything like that, but it's because sometimes it takes time. And you never know when it's going to happen. And that's another reason why you can't give up, because you never know when something's going to pop off and you achieve your goal like that. Like, you have to stay consistent. You have to stay focused. You have to be patient, because that's how you're going to do it. Set your goal and just like make sure you know why. Make sure you know why. Because if you know why, you're going to put work in towards doing that. Like, you wake up in the morning, it's like, dang, I don't really feel like doing that today. But then you got to think about, well, why am I doing it? Okay, yeah, I remember why I need to do that. Never mind. Let me stop being lazy. Let me get up, because now I know why I need to do that.
That is so important. Even when like, say you start a business and it pops off and all this, like some people, like they said, they get tired. They be like, okay, well, I don't really want to do this no more. But then they said the thing that's going to keep you pushing is that why. Well, why did I start? You have to sometimes go back and dig deep to be like, well, why did I start this?
And the why has to be important to you.
It has to be important, yeah. It has to be important.
It's not going to work.
You can't just be like, I want to start a business because I want to start a business, and it doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. Because you're not going to work. You're not going to put love into your business. And you have to Because business is up and down.
Oh, all the time.
And
Even
you
when it starts booming,
wrong.
even if you're, I mean, look at Forever 21 and like big companies that it's like they're up and some are getting, or Victoria's Secret is getting like, some of them are getting closed down and stuff because it's like, you know, and that used to be, they used to have the most popular lingerie brand in the world, you know. So it's like, even when it could be like huge, it could still go back down. And that's why I said you always have to remember the why. That is so
All
true.
always, because you can't get super big and be like, okay, well, I'm done now. No, you still got to put the work in. Like,
Exactly. A lot
forever,
of people mess up doing that.
it's a forever thing.
A lot of athletes do that. They make all that money. They be like, oh, you know, I have all this money. I'm making multi-million dollars right now. And then when the career is over, they end up broke because they didn't spend all their money. They was, you know,
Like, what?
they're not,
Where did it go?
where to go. You have to remember that it's a quote that I stick by: just as fast as you can have it, just as fast as you can lose it as well. So it's like you have to remember the why, because what's going to keep you strong when you lose it or when it's down? That why.
That why is
And
going.
that's why it's so important.
Yes. Okay, I love that. Okay. The next thing is being confident. Y'all know this is my area. Okay. You
Oh
have,
yeah, I'm the one that gave her the quote.
yes, you
I
have
said
to,
if confidence was a person.
you have to be confident. And I'm gonna say this, I have not always been the most confident person. Recently, I'm gonna say this, recently, I feel like I just gained my confidence. I just, feel like I know exactly who I am and what I want to do in life, and I feel very, very motivated and very sure of myself now. And a lot of
Right.
times, like back in the day, I could not say that. But you have to be confident, because if you're not confident in what you're doing, people can see that.
Oh
Okay?
yeah.
They could see the fake. They could see the faking it till you making it, okay? So you have to really be confident, and that starts within you. You have to make sure that you are sure about yourself. You are secure about yourself. You're secure and you're sure about everything that you're doing, because you want that confidence to show. Okay? You want people to believe what you're saying, what you're doing, and all that stuff. So being confident is so important. Like, if you're not confident about your brand, why should I? Like, why should I buy anything from you if you don't have confidence in it? Like, if you're
Exactly. Yeah.
shaky about it, like, why should I put more effort into your brand than you are?
Exactly.
Have to be confident.
You have to. It's very important to be confident, and I struggled in that as well. And it's like, if what do they say? If you don't know who you are, somebody will try to tell you who you are. And unfortunately, in this world, there's a lot of bad people, and sometimes you'll have to deal with these people not only just in like relationship, friendships, but even in business. If you're going in there with investors and you're not as confident about your brand, they could try to, just like what happened with Kanye with the night. They're saying, "Oh, we'll give you this deal, but." You got to do what we say. And he said, no, I'm gonna go with Adidas. It's gonna let me do. And it's like, if he didn't have the confidence, he would have just took it and ran and been like, okay, whatever. And it's
Yeah.
like, you could get in there with investors or, bigger. And if they see through that and they're like, okay, I could get in your mind and switch up what you're doing, or, and it's like, no, you got to go in there and be like, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is my brand. And it's like, either you're gonna, we gonna have a little contract together or we're not, and I'm gonna keep it moving. You can't think of, okay, I didn't get this one, so I'm not going to get a better one, or I'm not going to get another one. No, if you're really, really confident in you and in yourself, you're going to be okay regardless. There's
And
going to be another.
now, Yeezys is popping.
Exactly. And Nike, I know, I mean, they're still, got their thing, but they're kind of like, damn, we lost. He has $1 billion business.
That's a loss.
That's definitely a loss.
That's a
And it was
loss.
because he was confident in his brand and what he wanted to do, and he didn't take. He could. They was offered him like multi-million dollars for it, but he didn't take it because he said,
He had,
"No, I know what I want.
he had a
I
bigger,
know my vision."
and you have to have a bigger vision. You can't let people
Yes,
confidence, because
but
if
that goes with confidence,
you're,
honestly.
yeah, if you're not confident in yourself, why are you doing what you're doing? If
Because
you're
if
not,
you're not confident in yourself, you're not going to be confident in your brand or anything you
right,
do.
confident in your brand, why are you selling it? Why?
Exactly.
It's like, it makes no sense. You have to be strong, because a lot of times people will try to throw you off, and it's
Oh,
so
all the time.
sad.
And sometimes it's your own people too. It's
It,
people that's around you, or even that you're dating.
no, Momo, not sometimes. Most of the time,
Most of the time.
it's their own people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna
You can
tell you
even hear
right
stars.
now. Everybody knows this. Your biggest supporter is a stranger.
Oh yeah.
Unless you got real ones like me and Momo,
Oh
because
yeah, of course.
we've been rocking for
But
20.
that's very
But
rare.
it's very rare.
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy because like people that you really hang out with all the time, people that you really talk to all the time, they don't support you.
Even people that you sleep with, they don't support you.
They don't support you. Like, okay, you don't gotta buy nothing, but can you post me on your page? Can you like? It's free. It's free.
So what if somebody said? Someone said promo is free. Like you should,
Almost free.
supporting your friends is free. All you got to do is, oh, let me, every time I drop something, Kiana reposts it. Every time she has a video or anything, I repost it without even. We don't even have to ask each other.
Ask each other.
We just go on each other's. Oh, there. What? We just see a mention every single time, and it's easy to do to my brother, my sister. They all do that too. Where it's just like, okay, but especially my brother's really good at it too. Like he'll immediately. My sister will do it too. Where it's just like immediately. I don't even have to ask them. And I get not everybody has that, but it's like at the same time, a lot of us we all be out partying with our friends. We be drunk with our friends. Okay, I just launch something. You can't post my stuff because I would do it for you.
It's even sadder when you have friends that they're doing stuff and you're posting their stuff, but when you post something, crickets.
Crickets. And that happens a lot. And what's even sadder is a stranger will repost your stuff. But your own friend is not.
They won't. And I know people that like I've been friends with for years, and they met somebody one time and they post their stuff all the time, never posted nothing of mine.
Exactly.
You gotta pay attention to those people because
because when you it's very important to pay attention to those people too, because honestly, it's just like what happened with Kevin Hart, what happened with even like Kanye with his cousin. It's like you'll get somewhere, like say you get to the top, you got to watch who's with you right now, because when you get up there, it gets worse. Next thing you know, you're getting bribed. Next thing you know, they're holding stuff hostage or trying to get money. Yeah, like that's why it's like you have to watch, because there's snakes in the grass, and the grass is right on your house, and that's the thing. That's something you always got to remember. It's the snakes. You thinking like, oh, these enemies are all these people, even like I say, a gang. And that's what gangs find out too. You think, oh, it's a rival gang. And a lot of times the biggest snakes is standing right beside you.
Right beside you.
Okay. So it's like, that's very, very important to know your circle as well. I know that's not on there, but that is a very important point too. When you're doing stuff like that, pay attention to the little things. Pay attention to who's there. You gotta
pay attention to those little jabs, those little remarks,
the laughter, even when they're joking with you.
Yeah, like, oh, how's your little business doing?
Little.
It's like, oh, you only got 5 views on that? Oh, okay. Like, what? You gotta notice those things, and they be there, but you cannot ignore the red flags. They will be.
They're always right in front of you.
Because they can't help but to take those chances to knock you down, to throw off your confidence.
And that goes with confidence. Honestly, a lot of people are like that. They're going to try to tell you you can't. And I literally had this happen to me with somebody I actually was with. They'll tell you can't do something because they're afraid that they know you can. And they know that they can't do it. So it's like anything they can to jab at you, to put you down, they're going to do, because they don't want to see you do something they can't do.
And they want to see you quit.
They do. And they're going to do everything to it. But they're going to be sweet about it sometimes too. Well, maybe, you just need to learn a little bit more. Maybe, you need some more experience, or don't listen to that. That's jazz. That's snake.
I would expect that from somebody who would think like it's a competition. Like, say, like you're in the same type of niche or whatever. We both sell lashes. Like, maybe I would expect those little jabs because you want me to quit, because you want to be further than me. But we're not the same thing. So what is it giving? It's giving mad. It's giving all the things.
Bitter, yeah. It's giving hater. It's giving snake. And like I said, sometimes, what do they say? Snakes don't always sis. Sometimes they say, hey sis, hey bro. Like those sometimes are the snakes. And it's like, you have to be very wary of that. Be aware of your people in your circle and be confident. But when you're confident in yourself, and that's one thing I have learned, and that's true, and I learned that from Kiana too, when you're really confident in yourself, you can see that very clearly. And you're just like, okay, I see what's going on here. I'm going to keep my distance. Exactly. And I'm going to continue to do my thing.
Back to it. But you know what's going on.
Exactly. But when you're not confident, and that's like what kind of happened to me, I wasn't, you listening, and Okay. I know we have Liz about to say that's another point. Don't listen to everybody's advice either, because it's not always good advice. They don't always have good intentions towards you. And I really want y'all to hear that when I say that. Not everybody who's telling you advice, especially when it comes to your business, your career, really has good intentions. So they're going to tell you something. It's going to be very believable, and you're going to do that. But little do you know they did that so you can have a downfall, so they could be above you. Well, they think they're, so it's like pay attention to that as well.
Yes. So be confident. When you're confident, you literally stand on your own. You literally need nobody. Like, exactly. I'm so confident in myself and so secure in myself. Like, I don't need you. Okay? I don't. I can do whatever I want by myself. I can be successful by myself because I'm putting the work in. I'm investing in myself. I'm doing the research. I'm doing everything I need to do to make sure I make it. And I don't need anybody. I can stand on my own because I'm that confident.
Exactly. And when you're that confident also, and this is another tip, you don't have to step on nobody else's toes to get somewhere.
Right.
Be a good person, because you do not have to be an asshole to get nowhere.
Exactly.
You really don't.
Don't be the that don't want to give good advice that really works to somebody because you're afraid that they're going to surpass you. Don't be that person.
Oh, exactly. I actually had, and I've seen her in there. It was Shea Beauty, I believe. She said she gave me, we met at a vendor event, and she actually gave me a lot of free game or whatever. She's like, I know I probably shouldn't say this because it's like, we're supposed to be, you're right here. But I'm like, no, that's the good thing. Even when you go to events and stuff like that, always give it out, because at the end of the day, your product is your product. That's just like what I told her. What you do, even if somebody does exactly what you're doing and tries to copy everything you do, it's still not you. You did it with grace, and you did it by yourself. Trust me, you will still prevail in it. That's why it's like, if you have the advice to give or to help somebody, just give it. It's okay. You don't have to get charged for it, or they say, oh, you got to pay me some money for it or whatever. You don't have good intentions when you're doing that. Do everything with a pure heart.
Exactly. Like, I don't know why people always try to bring everybody down. We could be doing the same exact thing, but people are in love with you, and they're going to fall in love with your brand. Okay? Me and Monique, we could both sell lashes, but guess what? People are going to fall in love with each of us and each of our brands. Okay?
Exactly.
Lashes. We can all buy some from me and from her.
You're right. You can never have enough lashes.
It doesn't have to be that way.
And it's good to have different peers anyway. So it's like, think of it like that. Like,
exactly.
One day you can switch up, wear this one. The other one you can do that one. Like, come on. Like, you don't have to think of it like, oh no, I don't want you to. No, that's not. No.
Yeah.
Don't have that mindset.
You gotta take the right advice from people who are genuine, from people who really want to see you win.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with those people as well, because a lot of times people, they want you to fail, they want you to quit.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are you looking at?
Oh, I was looking at my sister put a heart. Do you not see the comments?
No.
Oh, why does this be doing this?
All I see, I mean, I did see it at the beginning. Remember, like last time, that's what you said?
Oh, yeah. I don't like how that does that, though, because it's going to go back and forth. I'm sorry, y'all. We're just back there talking. Let me see, because I didn't know Kiana couldn't see the comments, too.
I'm so
see, she's in here. Shea Bay Moisture. She said that's the difference between a queen mentality and a broken mentality. Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly. My cousin said amen. Cammie sent a heart. Aww.
Hey, make sure you guys go to her page and support her brand as well.
Yes. Exactly. Okay.
That's keep looking on the comments because I can't see them.
Yeah, I will. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Okay. All right. Next is self-discipline. Go ahead, Momo. Take us away.
Self-discipline. That's a very tough one because, especially like with life and stuff like that, like it's hard. It's kind of like a diet, for instance. It's like, you have to discipline yourself in order, like, say you have a weight goal that you have to do. It's the same thing with being like successful. You have to discipline yourself. And that means, there's a quote that I always say where it's like, this might kind of sound, but I'm like, I don't get how some people could party every weekend and, not have money in their bank account or whatever. And it's just kind of like, what are you celebrating? And it's kind of like, what I mean by that is just like, there's going to be times that you can't go out. There's going to be times where it's like, okay, I need to work on this logo or even sleep. When I was working long hours and doing logos until the middle of the night, sleeping for 2 hours. And it's just kind of like you have to discipline yourself, because it's like, okay, I have the goal in mind. This is what I want to do, you know? So, discipline is the biggest, honestly, besides confidence. I think discipline, self-discipline is probably the biggest, thing that you need, because you really have to discipline yourself to do it, especially when it gets tough,
Mm-hmm.
especially because that's when it comes in. And that's why I said you got to start thinking about that why and stuff, because sometimes it's like, you know what, my first event, I'll share this, and this is a time where it's like, I remember at first, like when we first got there, I did all that work, I was so excited. And I remember I wasn't selling at first. And then like I was just like, okay. So I started getting down where I didn't even want to talk to the people or greet them or anything, because I'm just like, well, okay, well, you're not gonna buy anything. And then it was just like, okay, well, you can't have this attitude like, oh, you're not gonna buy anything, or you're not gonna, support me, or you're not even coming up, because people wasn't even really coming, or they'll walk by or something. So I'm just like, okay. And until like it was just like, no, I had to discipline myself and be like, it doesn't matter. Even if like say these first 10 people ignored you, you still, I had to discipline myself to keep going and smiling and saying hi to everybody anyways. And it's like, it's a big deal, because it's so easy to stop doing stuff. It's easier to just give up than it is to keep going. And
Yes.
discipline is really what's going to get you there. And you have to change stuff. And the hardest part of discipline, and this is a part of discipline, is going to be like, I go back to your circle. And I always go on your circle, because your circle is very, very important. And I mean this. And that's why in a couple of weeks is my birthday, actually on the 14th. And I'm having somebody ask me, what am I doing for my birthday? And I said, I'm getting basically getting an Airbnb. And I want all the people that love me and that I love to be in one room. And the reason is this, because when I was going through a really tough time and I was going through stuff, it took a community, and it was each of these people. Kiana, of course, was one of them, picking me up and saying, no, keep going, do this, focus on your business, and really being around. My circle is what held me, honestly, besides God, because God always got me. But at the same time, it was the circle that he blessed me with, my family, my friends. And that's what kept me going. If I was around a bunch of people that's, just down and out or miserable, or just, oh, we could just party it all, or, something that wasn't productive, they were telling me not to do any of that. All the people I was around was different. A couple of them, of course, we, drunk a little bit and stuff like that, but they were more so on, okay, what's next? Okay, get up. Okay, like what you're doing with your business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, start this. Oh, do this. It was all go back to school. It
Yes.
was not, the easy stuff. And that's why I said it's really cool to, some of them sat on the phone with me while I was crying and hearing about the same thing over and over again. And it was just like,
Over
it
and over and over.
over and over again. But they stood by, and that's why I said your circle is really, really important. It really is, because if I had a snake, which I'm not gonna go there, but
Look,
I'm just saying, I'm just gonna, like I said, because I ain't giving nobody no clout. But I'm gonna say this: your circle is very important, and it's like if I had some, it was easy for that to turn a different way. But because I had the people around me that I had, it turned into a positive. So it's like, make sure you're disciplined when it comes to that. And that means is what me and Kiana was talking about the other day. Not everybody can go with you. Unfortunately, even people that you love dearly, they
okay.
can't always come with you.
Yeah.
And that's a discipline. I think that's the hardest part of the discipline, honestly. You really sometimes got to look at your circle and be like, hey, I love you, but I'm gonna have to love you from over here, because I'm trying to do stuff with my life and this isn't really working.
And
This energy isn't,
yeah.
you go ahead. Go ahead.
I agree. Like Monique said, it takes a good circle to really hold you up when you're really feeling down. And I know sometimes like a lot of people don't have a circle of people or a group of people that they feel like really has their back or their best interests at heart, or people that they can really trust. Fortunately, I'm not one of those people. I do have a good circle of people. I have an amazing family. Like, I don't have that problem. But for the people that
Right.
do, and I will say this, that whenever I'm going through something, I go through it alone. I don't talk about it. I don't like really share it with anybody like my family or friends until I know that I'm 100% okay. Like,
Yeah,
I am a private person and I really go through my battles by myself.
she does.
me and God, okay? I talk
Yeah.
every single day. I pray about, my struggles every single day, and it just be us. Now, when I'm comfortable and I'm out of it and I know like I'm gonna shake this, then I'll share with my family and friends whatever was going on with me. So that's another way that you can be disciplined with your circle. You could go through things by yourself, you and God, and then you could share whatever later on. But as
Right.
far as discipline for me, I would say this is probably the biggest thing that I struggle with because I'm the biggest procrastinator you have ever seen. I literally put stuff off so much. I'm like, no, I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'll do it next week. Like, it literally takes me so much time to do stuff. I don't know why. Even when I buy something like this shirt, I bought this shirt like 2 years ago from Fashion Nova. I still never wore it. This is the first time I'm wearing it. I I just take a long time to do things. I don't know why. So I'll share a little story. Being on YouTube, I don't know what rock I was under because I really just started watching YouTube a couple of years ago. And YouTube been here and it's been like all these things that you could learn and things that you can know and just so much great things on YouTube. And I just wasn't on it. I don't know how. Anyways, I started getting on YouTube and I would see girls like me or girls doing things that I wanted to do. And I'd be like, dang, I want to do YouTube too. So I just started. I was like, all right, I'm about to make a channel. I'm about to start. Now, when I started my channel and I dropped my first videos, it was real slow. Okay? It was real slow. I felt like I was going to get a lot more support than I did. I have 10,000 followers on Instagram. Do you think 10,000 people was watching my videos? No. I would drop a video, I would get like 2 views in the first hour. And one of the views will be mine. Like, what is it giving? Right? So, a lot of times when you have an idea, you're so excited about it and you put in the work and things don't go the way you think that they're going to go. They don't go the way you want them to go. And you just have to remember that you got to stay disciplined. And this is what I didn't do. And that's why I said it's so hard for me. I got so depressed. I got so discouraged. I was like, I'm not doing YouTube no more because why am I putting in all this work and all this time for people to not watch my videos, right?
Right.
So then I literally got off YouTube for like a year. I didn't drop any videos. And then I would just go back and look sometimes. And then I would see some of my videos getting some views. And I'm like, oh, look, some people's watching me, like, And then I see one of my videos hit 1K views. And I'm like, dang, that's the most views I ever got. And I was so juiced. I was like, dang, just imagine if I would have kept going. If I didn't quit, where would I be now?
Exactly.
Right? So now I'm in the mindset of, okay, it's 2022. I know what I want to do.
Then D-Mac said I was the other view.
All right. Look, so, Mom, what is it giving? What is it giving, Mom? No, I'm just kidding. No, but now I'm disciplined and I know what I want to do. I know I can do it. And now I'm dropping videos every single week. And now my most viewed video is about to hit 10K. Like, I never would have thought back then when I was getting 2 views that I would have a video hit 10K. So you gotta be disciplined. You gotta be focused.
Yeah.
You gotta be passionate, and you gotta never give up. So stay
Never.
and focus on the why, and focus on the goal, and focus on the feeling you're gonna feel when you get that accomplishment, when you reach your goals. So
Right.
be disciplined because it's gonna pay off.
Shane
Okay,
Morster said, I'm going through that with my YouTube channel. I feel you.
girl, YouTube is so hard, and I be telling my entrepreneur. She goes to school. She does all these things that a lot of girls are doing, and that's it.
No, I was trying to screen record, but I guess I couldn't do it because I just hope that you gonna be able to when you posted the other video, were you able to see the comments?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll go back and look at the comments, but YouTube is so hard, but anything is hard. Starting a business is hard. YouTube is hard. Doing music is hard because a lot of times you're not going to get the support that you expect when you know you period. But you just got to stick with it and be disciplined. So my advice to you, just stick with it. Keep dropping videos. Keep getting better because, every video you drop, you're going to get better and better. And eventually you're going to see those views coming in. I've been on YouTube for 2 years, almost 3 years. And I'm just now getting the views that I need to be getting for my channel. So stay disciplined, stay focused, keep going. Don't give up.
Yes, exactly. I think your mom finally joined.
Mom, come on now. I told you 44 minutes ago. Now you're gonna have to go back and watch the whole
She's
live.
sitting. That's probably her sending hearts.
We've been on live for 44 minutes, girl. Girl.
Man, my mom's downstairs. Hold on, let me close the door. My mom's downstairs listening to it so loud. I hear myself talking. Okay, the moms.
The moms. Mom crew. Mom.
Right? Okay, so to our next topic is stay focused. Yeah, well, Kiana, you go ahead and start us off because you're the procrastinator.
Look, I'm the procrastinator, okay? This is my thing. Staying focused. And this applies to anything. I'll just use like me going to the gym as an example. I'm the type of person that if I don't see any progress in one day, I want to quit. Okay? I go to the gym. I
Yes.
I'm over here doing 100 squats. If I don't wake up thick in the morning, I don't want to do that anymore.
Right?
But you have to understand patience and you have to understand that things take time. And I don't like things to take time. But at
No,
the
me
same
either.
time, if you want something, you have to work for it and you have to wait for it.
Yes.
So the same thing with my YouTube channel. If I drop a video and 100,000 people are not watching my video in the first hour, I want to quit. But you have to focus.
Hold on. My mom's all right. Mom's in the house supporting you. Supporting our girls.
Yes.
It's both of our moms right now. Your mom said, sorry, I'm bad.
Yeah, Mom, you're gonna have to go back and watch it. Man, shout out to supportive moms. Like, we are so blessed to have moms that support us.
We are, though. We
We
are.
are.
That's just like, I mean, shout out my auntie. I don't know if she's on here, but it was just like she was trying to mess up, call and mess up the video. But still, the fact that she's trying to watch,
She's
where it's
making
like
sure
we
she's
have
live.
our family and our friends and stuff is on here, so that's really nice. Not everybody has it. Like I said, the circle. D-Mac is talking to your mom. Hi, mom.
Why are you guys having a last conversation? Talk to us.
Right? Okay.
Not whatever y'all want to do. Just keep them comments coming.
But okay. Yeah,
But
so
so we got to stay focused on what we want to do, and really, all of these things that we have already talked about applies to the why we're doing it.
right.
Okay, Mom, I'm doing this because I want to pay your house off. Okay, sweetie. I wanna go to the bank and I wanna go get $1 million in cash and take it to your doorstep.
Exactly. That's just like the same thing with mine. I told my mom and I told my brother and sister, my sister's on here. I was like, well, I don't know if I told them this, but I told my mom, I said, I want to pay off everybody's debt. I want to pay my brother and sister's tuition debt off. And of course mine. And I also want to, because what's going on with my father, I don't want him to have to work anymore, even though he's kind of choosing to, but still, like, I don't want him to have to work anymore. So I want to give him that option where it's like, yeah, you can go out and go do whatever you want, and you still have, you have $1 million sitting right next to you. So it's like, you don't ever have to worry about anything. And then too, my dog, I said I want to give my dog the world, even though he already has it.
Your dog.
That's my son. That's the one I got tatted on me.
That you
The only nigga name I got tatted on me. Yeah.
oh,
King. Look.
what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
My son.
All right. All right, girl. But yeah, you really got to remember why you want to do it. Obviously, I want to do it for myself, but I really want to do it for my family. Like, I'm like super giving, and I really like to see the people that I love happy. Like, I'll literally do anything, buy anything to make sure that they're happy, to make sure that they get what they want. So I really do it for myself, and I do it for my family, and that's it. And I do it for my dimes. That's it.
Exactly. And that's another thing too. I want to say another reason why, of course, is that's why I chose the name for my business is I honestly did it because it's like I want to help encourage people to like be more confident and to know that you're more than, because I know a lot of people are going through rough patches, especially with the last couple of years. 'Cause I mean, we all been in COVID, so it's like,
And it's hard
there's
to stay
more.
in this. It's hard to stay focused.
It is. It's hard because I mean, you never know what life is taking crazy turns. Like rest in peace, Betty White. She did, it's like
Right?
she didn't make it to the next year.
Old.
Where it's just like you never know what's gonna happen. And it's like I want to bring up real quick is like COVID. COVID is wiping out people's whole families and stuff. Where it's like You never know. And that's why it's important to stay focused, because this is, I'm going to share this story real quick. I had, I have to say it, but back in last year, I had caught COVID. And I never had symptoms or nothing. Actually, I can't say this on the live, but why I went to get tested, it wasn't because I had symptoms or nothing. But anyways, it came back positive, and I'm like, wait, what? But I never caught symptoms or anything. But I remember I was ripped away from I had to stay with my family, and I didn't tell them what was going on. Nobody knew I had COVID. But I just was like, oh, you know.
I knew you had COVID.
I was like, oh, I use an excuse. I think I was in Vegas or something. I said, oh, I just came back from Vegas. I'm trying to, just to make sure. But anyways, long story short is I think that COVID was a wake up call, because around that time I had went through a really bad breakup, and it basically was, COVID taught me, I didn't know if I was going to wake up sick. So I had all these dreams and all this stuff, and my life flashed. I didn't know if the last time, I was just at my parents' house before I left. And I was like, I don't know if that was the last time I was going to be able to see them. So all this stuff flashed in my face. And it was just like, that's when I said, go live your life. Go get everything that you want out of life, because you never know. And at that moment, that's when I put all that into my business. And I was just like, okay, this is what I want. I always said I wanted to launch this business. So let me hurry up and do this. And that's kind of why I had a time frame too, because I didn't know. I didn't know if it was, not to sound like this, but I didn't know if it was going to be the end.
No, so but yeah, no. That, and you never know anyways. Even if COVID didn't, if you walk out your house right now, you never know. You drive down the street.
We take it for granted a lot.
Yeah.
We take it for granted.
How do you want to leave this earth? What do you want to leave this earth? You know? So you gotta.
Oh, my brother's here. Yeah.
Huh?
I said my Jim just joined. My brother's here.
Am.
Oh, Cammie said, rest in peace, Betty White. Cammie's been having a hard time. She loves the Golden Girls. So she's having a hard time with that. She told me today, yeah, I think I'm in my feelings about Betty White.
So sad.
I was like, oh.
She made it to 100.
Okay, yeah. But I know she almost did. That's a sad part too. She was 99.
I know.
It's so sad that she passed away on New Year's Eve. She didn't make it into the next year, where it was just like, oh man.
But guess what? She stayed focused. She lived her dreams, and
exactly.
She lived fullest.
To the fullest. 99 years.
Leave behind.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
All right. Believe in yourself. Take us away.
Believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is very important, and honestly, I struggled with that for like at least the last couple of years. I really did struggle with that. And like I said, that I had a lot to do with my circle. That's why a circle is very important. But there was times, I'm gonna keep it lit, my circle believed in me more than I did. So it was like they were kind of pushing my dream more than I was at the time, and I was just like, oh, I don't know. There was a very bad time, and I really didn't believe in myself, and that's why it took so long for me to launch Plus More. Because at the time I didn't believe in it. I knew that I had something. I knew that I had potential. I knew that I was smart enough, that I was capable of doing it, but I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I could actually do it, that I could actually, and that's why I want to go back to one of the things that said, just start. Because that goes with believing in yourself. Because honestly, you will be surprised at what you're capable of. Sometimes there's people around you. Sometimes I'll see something in you that you don't see yet. But once you do see that, you're like, oh, that's what you guys are talking about. Like, I can do this.
And sometimes time to see that.
It does. And that's what I'm saying. It took a lot to get me. I went through a lot before I ended up believing in myself. And it really did. It goes hand in hand with confidence, all that, where it's just like putting yourself out there. Once I started seeing people, actually paying attention or actually liking or actually supporting, I was just like, oh, maybe I do. And it kind of helped me. It actually helped me believe in myself more, because I saw people reacting to it in a good way.
Support is powerful.
It is powerful. That's why I know I keep talking about your circle, but like I said, maybe it's because I love mine so much, where it's just like, I'm telling you guys, If it wasn't for my circle, I don't know where or what I would have been doing, because they're the ones that kept me on track.
Don't make us cry.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's why I know I don't want to make myself cry, because I don't want my lashes. I am good for crying my lashes off. But I do want to say that, like, I literally have a very, very good circle. Kiana has a good circle too, of course, because she has me. But no, she also has, look, our families and our friends are the ones that's in, most of them that's in here right now. So it's just kind of like, it's very important for that. And I know that sometimes it's hard when you don't believe in yourself, it's hard to do anything.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I said, like, but once you do, you gotta dig deep, honestly, and you gotta see the people that really love you around you, what they're talking about, and this, you really gotta dig deep. And once I did, look at what I accomplished, even already within a couple months. I built my whole business I only have a business for about not even 6 months, like 4 or 5 months now. I built it basically overnight within 2 months, and it's just kind of like, and it's just starting, and it's like, even just the way I am, like Kiana could tell you, the fact that I'm smiling or even on here laughing and stuff, I came a long way, but it was because of the support of the people around me. If it was up to me, I would have been laying in bed just sitting there crying for days on days, but they didn't allow that. And that's the thing, where that's why I go back, like, I know believing in yourself, and it starts with you, but it also has a lot to do with the people around you. It's very important to have good people around you that are doing like stuff. Like, you guys could talk to us, like, you can hit us up in our DMs and stuff, because you already know we're positive, we're good-minded. It is very, very important to have that energy. Mm-hmm. You don't understand how important that is, because if you're around negative, miserable people, guess what? You're going to be negative and miserable just like them. If you're around people that's go-getters and getting and doing stuff and following their dreams, guess what? So you're going to be just like that too. You're going to want to. So believe in yourself. And like I said, it starts with your circle.
The support is very, very, very powerful. And, a lot of times when we start something, for example, your business and my YouTube channel, like, of course we were excited about it when we first started it, and we did somewhat believe in it. But when times get hard, it's hard to hold that up. And when you have a good circle and they're really pushing you to do better and to just keep going, that's where the strength comes back in. That's where it comes back into, like, okay, I can do this. I do believe in myself. If you don't have that strong circle, it's going to be harder. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's definitely going to be harder. So you have to believe in yourself. And again, you have to love what you're doing, because if you don't, you have to believe in yourself. It's like it's almost the most important thing, I would say. Like,
it is. It definitely is, actually.
Yeah. If you don't believe in yourself, then you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna go hard. You're not gonna discipline yourself. You're gonna quit.
It's just like you said earlier, where you said, if you don't believe in yourself, how is somebody else gonna believe in you?
Mm-hmm. And if
you're trying to sell something and you don't like your product or care about it or believe in it, how are you gonna sell it to somebody who like I'm getting off of your energy? Energy is real. So if you're somebody you could tell is not confident, or they don't, it's like, I don't know. You don't even
right through somebody that doesn't believe in their self or their product.
Yeah, you can. I've been to enough events to know that you definitely can.
Yeah. So believing in yourself is so important. Like, I know I didn't have that much to say about this topic, but it's so self-explanatory that it's something you have to do.
It is. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Jim said, not Betty White. Okay, anyways, he said, love y'all. My mom said, always believe you can accomplish anything you put your mind to it. And then she tagged my brother, love you, Jim. Okay. Oh, your mom said, congratulations, Mo. So proud of you. Thanks, Mom.
Yes, Mom. I be talking to my mom all the time about Plus More, because I'm so proud of you, because Plus More is just like, it's so universal. It's so for everybody. And it's really like very important for people to know, especially people who don't know their worth, especially young kids who get told that they'll never be anything. It's very important to know that I could be whatever you're saying, maybe true or not, but I bet you I'll be plus more than that.
Exactly. And when we get to story time, I will go into detail, but we gotta be able to I'm gonna keep it short though, because we don't want to start crying on here. I always said I stood by. I don't care how sad or anything, even happy. You would never see me crying on live or on video.
Like, you gonna have to let me know ahead of time. If we gonna cry, I'm not gonna do my makeup.
Right? Exactly.
God, because I will cry in 2 seconds.
Same. I'm the same way. And Cammie said you have to give yourself credit too. Oh, that's probably when I was talking about. Yeah, I do give myself credit. I do. Like I said, I always say you got to remember that you're the one that picks yourself off of that bathroom floor. I'm not saying I was crying on the bathroom floor, but I'm saying that I'm using that saying is you are the one that pull yourself up. I could have even when everybody else is like, oh, Mo, you're so good, or Mo, you should do it, Mo, this and that. I could have easily just stood there, well, you know what I mean? But I did have to, like I said, that's why I was saying you have to dig deep. You really do, even when it hurts. And I'm telling you, when we get to story time, I understand. Sometimes life sucks. And it will suck every ounce of energy out of you. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, you just want to lay there and be like, fuck it. Like, you know, but at the same time, you have to dig in yourself and be like, get up. It's like, I always said I had a person on my shoulder. No, it's okay. Just lay there and cry. The other one is like, get up. And it's like, this one won, thankfully. So
I will piggyback off that because, yes, you have to have a circle. And yes, they can be encouraging you to get back up and to keep going. But at the end of the day, the ultimate decision is yours. Exactly. You have to decide if you're going to pick yourself up and continue on doing whatever it is you want to do.
Exactly.
Nobody can do it for us.
No, I wish.
Like
they can't.
Like, very limited with, you know, our business. Like, support, you could support and you could do those things, but at the end of the day, it's our vision, it's our business, it's our YouTube channel, it's our brand. Like, at the end of the day, we have to be the ones to say, you know what, I'm gonna do this and I'm not gonna quit.
Exactly, that's true.
Down the people that's supporting me at this point.
That's a great way to think. Exactly. And I would go on to that. I remember Kiana said one time, she said that sometimes, like, you know, you could think, oh, well, just there's one person watching, or, oh, there's just one person that bought something. And it's like, yeah, but you're, for one, I think of it like this. That's like me not living up to my brand when I'm saying plus more, because I'm like, okay, well, there's just one person buying stuff. And it's like, yeah, but that's one person. That's a person.
That's a person.
Like, that's a whole human. You know what I mean? That's supporting you right now.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, even if it's just one person,
even if
you're still inspiring one person. Even if somebody watches this today and, like, we could have, I would say this like they say, we can even have 100 people watching this. And if just one person gets inspired or takes back what we says, or, you know, feels good about themselves, that matters.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. So it's like, sometimes you have to keep in mind, you got to think like that. Even if it's one person, it's one person. It's a person.
I get so excited. Like, the last YouTube video I dropped, I think I have like 20 views on it. You know how happy I am? 20 views.
Right? Yo. That's how I feel when I every time I sell something, I be about to cry, and everybody's just like, why are you? But I be so emotional because it's just like, oh, you're going to support me. You know what I mean? Because it means a lot. Even if it's just one person, 2 people. Huh?
I say you're literally working towards it. You're literally putting your time in, your effort, everything. And then for someone to show that they appreciate what you've been doing and what you work so hard on, like, it's so emotional.
It is. It's hella emotional, honestly. For me and Kiana, we're a Capricorn and a Cancer. We're both already emotional.
I'll cry.
I cry every time.
Look, I cry all the time. Like, if I see one new subscriber, I'm like, oh,
right?
Oh my God.
That's how I feel on TikTok. Every time I get like a new phone, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'd be so happy.
Even if it's just one, those are small wins.
Exactly. That's the same thing with every time somebody follows my business account too. I get so excited. I'd be like, oh my gosh, a new follower.
Yes, it is.
I hope they like my content.
Right. Beautiful thing. It really is. It can get emotional.
It can, but it's beautiful.
It is.
It's good to cry when you're happy.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to look back and, you know, you're at a pop-up shop and you sold 5 hats, and then a year from now you're gonna be selling 105.
Right?
1005. Like, it's those things, like, to look back and be like, dang.
I came a long way.
Boo-hoo.
That's why I know that's gonna be. I love those type of moments too. Like I literally do, because it's like you sometimes, even when you think about stuff you've been through, you can think about it like that too, where it's just like, I love how in church they always talk about, think about where you've been and what like God pulled you out of, and it's like that's very important. Like sometimes when you having a bad day or you're feeling a type of way, always think about how far you came. You know, that's just like my sister. I'll share a story with my sister. But my sister kept changing her major, and she was in school for a very long time. But one day I remember she was like, yeah, you know, sometimes she'd be thinking like, oh, when I'm going to graduate and this and that. But it's just like I told her one day where it's like the fact that for one, that you're doing it, because a lot of people quit. And two, it's just like you came a long way. Think about how when you were there, sometimes you weren't ready yet. And that's another thing. Sometimes you won't get to where you want to go yet because you aren't ready. You aren't, like, in other words, like, yeah, you can be ready school-wise, but you're not, you know, full circled ready yet.
Not ready.
So it's like, that's why sometimes things would take longer. But once you get it, and I know, like, I can't wait to my sister when she gets her BA and stuff, and everything's all, because it's going to be a beautiful thing because she stuck through it, you know, and it's just like you finished.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't. And that's another thing when it comes, that's why I was talking about with businesses and all that. A lot of people will start but not finish. And that's why, yes, starting is important because, of course, you got to start in order to go anywhere, but finish it. And I know, well, okay, are we going to talk on this topic? Because I was going to say, because it goes into the next one that says never give up.
Yeah. And I also want to say, like Monique said, you got to always look back about how far you came, but you also got to look forward to where you're going.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That as motivation.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, think of the life that you want and then go after it.
Yes. All right. Next is never give up. And this is another one that's self-explanatory, but never giving up is going to ensure that you don't fail. Because if you don't give up, you can't fail at all.
You can't fail. Not at all.
You just got to keep going. Even if it's something like she said, make sure you start and make sure you finish. And like that applies to some things like school. Make sure you don't give up. Finish what you started. But then when you have a business, finishing is not an option. It's an ongoing thing. So as long as you're not giving up, you can never fail. You're going to keep progressing your business. You're going to keep doing bigger and better things.
Exactly. You can always grow, because even when stuff switches, like say you're doing apparel, like think about brands that's been around for like heck long, like Louis Vuitton and all that or whatever. They just like change the style up, but they're still going. And that's the thing where it's just like there's always going to be, you know, you can always upgrade or you can switch things up. And that's another thing too. You're not always, like someone said, I think I was in this business meeting or something, and they were talking about the way you start. Like if you go look back or something, and you'd be like, "Oh, I remember my first logo or my first like website and stuff." And it's like, "Oh, I came a long way." Where it's just like you're not gonna finish how, or not even, you know, later on it's gonna be completely different. But that's okay because you're growing with the time. Exactly. So it's like as long as you know, just keep, basically just don't give up. Just keep going. Like I said, get a dream or think of your life and then go after it.
Exactly. I completely agree. Like, you know, everything you do over time, you're going to get better. When I first started on YouTube, first off, I didn't even know how to edit videos. I literally learned how to edit videos the day I dropped my first video. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know how to do anything. I literally like just kept the whole video. I didn't edit anything out. So I'm praying like I didn't mess up on my words or I didn't forget to say anything because I didn't know what I was doing. Now I know how to edit. I know how to add sounds. I know how to slow-mo. I know how to do all these things, but it happened over time. So you have to always remember that over time, you're going to get better at whatever you're doing. And it's going to be different, but it's going to be what you want. So don't give up.
Don't give up. Keep it going.
All right.
Hold on. Let's see if we got, because I saw some, oh, it's my sister. She has to, I love it. That's your mom that said that. You guys deserve all the love. Aw, your mom said we deserve all the love.
We do.
Okay.
All right. So this is the last topic before we share little story times, even though we touched on a whole bunch of things that we
right.
on this journey. But the last topic is reach success. So everything that we said, what do we say? Find your passion, start now, set goals, be confident, be disciplined, stay focused, believe in yourself, never give up. All of those things is how you reach success.
Right.
So you have to implement these things in your life. You have to make sure you're doing it if you want to reach your goal, if you want to accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish, if you want to keep going and keep being successful at your dream, at your business, at your brand, at your YouTube channel. Literally, these tips apply to every single thing you ever want to do in your life. So that's how you reach success.
Yeah, basically, I think just completely agree with Kiana said. Like, everything that we listed is how you reach it. I'm gonna keep going on. Your circle is very important. Your circle, self-discipline, confidence, literally never giving up. That's literally how you reach it. And if, like what Kiana said, as long as you're trying and you keep going, you're gonna get it. Sometimes it'll take longer. Sometimes you could be in, like my sister used to always tell me this, life is not a race. Sometimes somebody will do it faster than you and they're doing the same thing, but that, like, I goes hand what I said. Sometimes it's just not your time yet, but you're gonna have your time. Maybe it's not ready for you yet, but just keep going. Whatever you do, just keep going, even if you don't feel like it. One of my friends told her daughter one time, because she didn't want to do an event, or she said, you think Beyonce has off days too. Beyonce has days where I don't really feel like performing, but I have a million people waiting for me in the stadium right now. You know, so it's just like you have to do it anyways. Where it's just like push yourself, and then once you do, honestly, there was a couple times I didn't feel like going to an event, but after I did, I was so glad I went. But it's like you just gotta keep going, especially through the rough times. Especially through the rough times, you gotta keep going.
Absolutely.
And never give up.
Yeah. I would say the biggest thing is always remember why.
Yeah, that's true.
Remembering why is what's going to take you over the top, is going to make sure that you are self-disciplined and that you never quit. You have to remember why you're doing it, and you have to make sure that you want to reach that reason. And once you reach that reason, make another reason why. Make a whole new goal that you can reach towards and go for it.
That's true.
Oh, this is so good.
I know, I love this video. I can't wait to look back on it.
I know. I can't wait to look back and be like, dang. And that's another thing I wanted to say. Like, me and Monique, we don't have all the answers. We don't.
No.
But all we do is we can share our experiences with you guys. We could share our trials and errors. We could share our wins and our losses. We could share things that we may have done that we, wouldn't recommend you do or would recommend that you do. It's just like things that we can share with you guys. And we really wanted to do this live and lives to come, because we wanted you guys to be a part of our journey from day one.
Yes, exactly.
So
exactly.
once we
we will be doing, this is a concept that we're going to keep doing each Monday. We're going to have different topics. This is really an intro and really just getting into it. And, we was requested to do a motivational Monday. So but each Monday, I believe is the day that we selected that we're going to keep doing this. You're going to get to see us again.
Yes.
Because we do, like Kiana said, we want you a part of our journeys, because while we're doing this, that's why I like how she said we don't have all the answers, because honestly, you're going to be a part, like, you guys are really going to get to know us, like, especially from these lives, you're going to be a part of our journeys, and we're literally both starting off, and it's like, taking off, so it's like you get to be here, and even when we get to that point, we're going to continue to do this.
Exactly, because to have more goals to reach and all that.
Exactly.
So, and also, if you're somebody who wants to start a brand, somebody that wants to start a business, somebody that wants to start a YouTube channel, somebody that wants to do anything, take what we're saying and apply these things, and get in the comments and get in the conversation, so we could all talk about whatever we're going to do to elevate ourselves and elevate each other.
Exactly. We're a community.
We're a community. So yeah, Mama, I don't know if you wanted to share a story time about a time where you thought you couldn't push through. I feel like we touched on a lot of things, but if you want to share anything else, I don't feel like I have a story time, because I already talked about, I feel like, everything I need to say. So,
yeah, I mean, the only story, like I said, like, I wouldn't go into detail, but basically, the question is, a time that you wanted to give up and push through. Like I kind of went on through that or whatever. It's basically like, 2021 was a horrible year for me, but I was looking at the cup half empty. I actually see it half full now because 2021, I think, taught me everything and I needed to know. And how I could be, and it grew me into the person I am right now. I went through a lot. It started off, with my grandfather passing away a day before my birthday. His death anniversary actually is on the 13th, a day before my birthday this month. And that's how the tone of the year started. From there, it just kept going. I'm not going to keep going into detail with it, but it was just a lot. I went through a breakup, a traumatic one. And my dad ended up getting sick. So there was a lot of curveballs that was thrown. And throughout all that, though, is where I found all the strength to start my business. Because like I said, that night I actually shared the story where it was just about, when I caught COVID, all that stuff was going on at once. I said, there has to be more to life than this. And I'm going to live my life to the fullest because it's so easy to just be there, especially when life goes at you because lemons are going to get thrown. But, it's about how you take them. And you could look at the glass half empty or you could look at it half full. And I chose to look at it half full at this moment now. On December 31st, I was looking at it half empty. I was like, I can't wait to get out this year. But I did have a friend tell me, she was just like, I think you're looking at it wrong because look at who you are now. And I grew into the woman that I am now, and I'm gonna continue to grow. So I'm actually, it's surprising that I'm saying this, but I am thankful for 2021 because it taught me everything I need to know, and it pushed me in a way that I guess I wasn't pushed in 28 years. It made me grow. It said either you could stay here or you could get up. And that's why I said with the thing where it's like either you could stay here or you can get up. And I chose to get up. And that's why I go back into everything that we said, where I keep going on a circle, I keep going on a community, because that's what it takes. And not everybody has that. And that's why me and Kiana are saying, and that's why I said what I said earlier, you guys could reach out to us, you could DM us, we could become a community, because not everybody has the circle that I was blessed with, because it did take a circle to get me out of that. Mm-hmm. And we can be that circle for people, you know what I mean? If you feel in the type of way, even if it's not about business, or sometimes you just need to push me, or motivational thing. Well, for one, Kiana's very motivational. I'm motivational too when I want to be. I'm gonna start being out there.
Made me want to start my business also. And to touch on 2020 was awful. It was when COVID started, and for me too, like I literally worked at a job for 7 years that I absolutely positively hated. And if you would have gave me the option to jump off a bridge or go to work, I probably would have took the bridge because I was so depressed and so unhappy there. And in the year 2020, I literally quit my job with no backup plan. Okay. One day I was just like, I can't do it anymore. I quit my job. I didn't have another job to fall back on. And 2020 told me either I'm going to break you or I'm going to build you. So which one do you want to choose? So obviously I took that. And I want to be built up. I want to do the things that I want to do. I want to do the things that I love to do. I want to get paid to do the things that I love to do. I want to be a girl. I want to be my own boss. I want to be an entrepreneur. So, those are all the things that you go through, but you can't give up. You got to stay focused because you never know what can come out of it. And, you might start doing something that motivates you, and it's your passion, it's your dream, and it's your career. You never know. So exactly. You just got to go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it. Hold on. Let me read some comments because I saw something that stuck out. Let me go back. Okay. It says you are true. Oh, Shea Moisture said you are truly inspiring and spitting knowledge, and I appreciate it. And I'm adding y'all to my circle for sure. Yes, we're here for you. We're here for you, Queen.
Queen Squad.
Yeah. Oh, and your mom.
Start crying.
Your mom said, yes, Momo, just like me, y'all know I've been through it. Cancer twice. I was blessed with my circle, my kids, my family, and friends helped me through it every day. And I want to say something about that. I don't want to get emotional or whatever, but that's why I even helped. See, your mom, why is it? That's why our moms can't be on here. But it's like, I had told I remember when my dad found out about it, and then we was going through the stuff with my dad, and I was talking to Kiana, and I had told my dad that too, because I was when I was inspiring him, and I'm like, Kiana's mom been through it twice, and she's here, she's living, she's good, she looks good, so it's like,
Great.
You can do it. I actually help use your story as help for that as well, to keep them pushing. So, yeah, Mom, we love you, and we're glad that you're here, and yeah, I'm glad that you get to see our journey and you get to be here with us. I'm glad my dad gets to be here with us and see our journeys. And this is a part of me and Kiana's why.
Yes.
Is for our families.
Our families are so important to us. And like, for as long as we've been living, they've really like held it down for us. And, a lot of people don't have what we have. And we always talk about how grateful we are, how blessed we are to have the family that, we have. So.
Exactly. So we're glad that we're thankful for everybody who watched this, thankful for everybody who was listening to us, or just even joined in.
Thankful
for that.
Come back and watch later. Thankful for the people that are going to come back and watch again. We really
thankful for the new people that are coming.
Yeah.
That's going to be a part of our journeys. And I'm glad that we was able to share this with you guys. Me and Kiana, of course, like I said, we came a long way, and you see where our whys, and we hope we inspired somebody at least to join the team too. Keep going,
because we're just young queens building an empire. So that's it, and we'll get there.
We'll get there for sure, because we're never gonna give up
ever.
You'll see our faces.
Period.
More and more each week. So that's what I want to touch on too. You guys can give us ideas, and we'll put like on our stories and stuff of what we should talk about next week. Because like I said, this is an ongoing thing that we're doing each Monday. We're gonna have different topics, so it could be anything. It doesn't have to be about business. It could be about business. It could be about relationships. It could be about any topic that you want to speak on.
Anything. Advice that
TV shows.
Anything.
Review, like whatever. Just let us know. Like I said, don't be scared. We're both very friendly. Kiana's more friendly. I'm just like, we're both very friendly. So it's like DM us, or let us know, and we're here. Because we do need a topic for next week. So
drop down in the comments what you guys want to talk about next week. Make sure you guys are getting in on the conversation, because we will talk back and answer questions, or just, converse about whatever the topic we are talking about, because we want to, get to know you guys just as much as you guys want to get to know us.
Exactly.
So get involved.
And
let us know what you guys want to see next Monday. So we're going to
next Monday. Mom, be on time.
Be on time. And I literally got off the phone with her 9 minutes before the live. I was like, okay, Mom, I'm going to call you back. Me and Momo's going live at 6. She was like, okay. 40 minutes later. No shade, Mom. Thanks for being on here. I appreciate you.
Right. Thank you.
I'm a supporter.
Thank you, Mom, and my family. I saw all you guys. I saw everybody who joined in here. Thanks to my aunt. I don't think that she ever found a way, but we're going to post a video. You'll be able to see. So, yes, I think that's all for our first.
So, yes, thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Thank you.
Know what you want to see next. And I guess we're out of here.
We're out of here. See you guys next Monday.
Next Monday.
Have a good night.
Bye.